How to do, y'all? Tables here. Happy weekend, y'all. Uh, I wanted to do kind of a short video going over, like, essentially just how I make my money. Um, it's pretty cut and dry. I don't really have a specific. I mean, I kind of have a specific strat, but it's super casual. Uh, and like last night, I think I made like 9 or 10 exalts. So we're sitting at 22 exalts. About I would have 1,500, but I kind of went tilted and spent like a grand, like 1,000 chaos on the chess piece, which was really dumb. But that's neither here nor there. My general strategy is I just do the mechanics that I enjoy, essentially, right? So like at the beginning of the league, obviously the Atlas doesn't look like this. Like we're taking all the Kirac stuff. Shaping of the Seas. I went ahead and capped one of the Shaping of Mountains because I like getting that map crafting option every once in a while. But as far as like once you get your build settled, this is what I prefer to do. Strong boxes, essences, like every single essence node, right? Now I just essences, and they're easy and they're plentiful and they're worth a lot of money. Strong boxes as well. Really just for the pack density. And I don't really know how good concealed logistics is. I'm probably going to end up changing it, but it is nice to get that cartographer strongbox every once in a blue moon. We love that. So and then we go essences, strongboxes, shrines, Eater like Searing Exarch stuff. I don't really like Eater of Worlds, even though that's where my neck piece that I want comes from. But I find that the mobs are a lot harder, just personally. So I really like Eater of Worlds, and the actual currency, or excuse me, Searing Exarch. The actual Searing, like the embers, seem to be worth more than the Eater of Worlds, the other Ickers. So I have everything blocked except for Expedition and Rogue Markers because eventually I am going to get into Heist. And then we're doing pretty much full on Expedition because Expedition is just literally a money printing mechanic. It is an absolute must have. Now, as far as maps to sustain goes, I did some testing with Singular Focus, and I didn't really like it, to be honest. What I usually do is I go from Stream of Consciousness to not having Stream of Consciousness, right? So I have like a ton of Scarabs, right? So if I run out of maps, I got a bunch of Cartographer Scarabs, and that can help me resustain. And then I'll go back to Stream of Consciousness, right? So it's a little bit of a back and forth because I do have a little bit of an issue sustaining. And when I say a little, it's really, really small. Like it's like we're almost there, but not quite. So I guess what I really do is I don't have every favorite map slot as Crimson Temple because that is the main map that we farm. I also do Shore, which is connected. And as we all know, Crimson Temple, 7 years bad luck, the Apothecary, the Enchanted, one of the Enlightenment diff cards. That's all from Crimson, right? But from Shore, you can also get Saint's Treasure, which can be worth quite a bit after a certain period of time when you collect enough, right? So I pretty much go back and forth. So I'll stock up on, I'll do Shores to stock up on Crimson. I'll do Crimson to stock up on more Crimson and Shore. And then, I'll just kind of swap between the two. We'll constantly be making profit. But the main thing I'm looking for is Crimson Temple. Now, everything that I'm doing here is trying to play into Crimson Temple. Is it the best way to do it? Probably not. There's probably some YouTuber that spent 30, 40 hours determining the best. That ain't me. Okay. I just want to do what I want to do to have fun. And this is the kind of content that I enjoy. And it makes me quite a bit of money. Especially Expedition. Especially. right? And so the way I run my Crimson maps, let me get to a Crimson map here, is ideally I would like to run. I more or less I vow every map. If it's 80 or below, I don't run it. Period. I want as high as item quantity and pack size and all that good stuff as humanly possible. Right. So if it goes unidentified, even better. And then we do that, and then we run Sextants as well. Let me get some Sextants out. Right, and I'm looking for just anything that increases my pack size. Literally anything. If we find an Alva, that's even better, because Alva is really good for adding pack size. Val is nice too for some corrupted 6-links, some free divines. And it's simply just like any other league mechanic that you're interested in adding into the map. That you should definitely put it in. And so that's essentially how I make my money. It's super easy. I do a lot of Betrayal. Originally, I was fully spec'd into Betrayal, right? All these nodes right here, test of loyalty, effective leadership. But like, once you get to a point where you've learned all the actual recipes and crafting recipes and stuff, it kind of goes by the wayside. And now I just do it for the occasional winged Scarabs and if I need to slam something, if I need some white socket, like it's very, very specialized type of stuff. You can throw the majority of them, save for Guff, and throw them all into intervention, and you will make money. Because if you try to get everyone in intervention, then that's all Scarabs, right? Which, by the way, the 3 most expensive Scarabs: Reliquary, which is unique, Divination, and I want to say Harbinger, but it might be Cartographer. I can't remember exactly. But those 3 or 4, that's your bread and butter, right? And then everything else is just like utility stuff, right? I like putting Assling in research. It that fled in research, right? This is what I'll do a lot of times to make money, right? I'll gather up our Breachstone. I'll put it that fled in research at tier 3. And then I'll just buy like a normal Breachstone, and then I'll upgrade it into a fucking pure, and it'll be easy. You can make quite a bit of money doing things like that, just essentially like flipping items, right? I don't typically do very much Delirium stuff in Crimson. I find it kind of hard to look at. It's just like I just don't really enjoy it. Obviously, it has more pack size. I get that, because that's mainly what we're looking for, is as much pack size as possible. Which is also why we run Domination. Every map, Domination. This 4C, you'll fucking triple that every single map. Just on the essences, just on the drops. In like a 3-hour span, I had 5 exalted drops, just natty in Crimson Till. It was crazy. Not to mention doing Crimson every 28 maps, you pretty much get a free 1.2 exalts from your invitation, even though I run them for the chance at Omni. That's me. If you don't like doing that, you can go for the more consistent money, which is, a free exalt every 28 maps. So we run Crimson. Mainly for the div cards. I like the layout. It's got really good pack size. It's just good for like a lot of packs. It's easy to navigate. It's easy to get to the end boss first. And yeah, that's pretty much the long and short of it. We really focus hard on Expedition and Betrayal, and we add Alva into our maps. We juice them as hard as possible when we're not Stream of Consciousness, right? When we're not doing this, taking some more maps. We're doing we're doing either Abyss, Ambush, definitely a Divination Scarab. It may be a Cartographer or another, whatever, like a shaper or a blight, whatever you can do to add more packs in. And then for money on expedition, obviously 2-gen is pretty self-explanatory. You just roll, buy the currency you want. You're looking for mirror shards and EX exalted orbs. And then ROG, in my opinion, the meta dragon scale with suppression and as much life and resist as possible. You know, try to keep the pieces super clean. Not a lot of fluff mods like block and recovery. Nobody wants to see that shit. You know, like this. This is a nice and clean chess piece, right? If this had spell suppression, it'd be incredible, right? Like this one, for instance, if it had life, it'd be incredible. So these are the kind of things that I'm talking about, right? Like this right here. This is a decent one. It's got everything you need. Same for this one right here. We got attributes, we got life, we got res, we got spell. I mean, it's great. So these are the kind of things, and this is just easy money, right? You might pop off with this one, like I did with this one, right? Because it doesn't have any prefixes. So you can harvest craft, save suffixes, reroll prefixes, and hit crazy prefixes on this, right? And so this just naturally, it's worth like 1 exalt. I put it up there yesterday. I crafted a bunch of shit like 3 or 4 days ago. I sold all of it. I made like 4 or 5 exalt. It's nuts. ROG is insane. Essence, Strongbox, Betrayal, Shrines, Expedition. That's what we really just mainly focus on. As far as our Sentinel controllers, obviously, you know, Obsidian, Cryptic is really good too. Anything with a reward. Minus, like, I don't really fuck with jewelry, weapons, or armor. But anything else, I'm pretty much fair game. I just throw it in there. I don't really min-max this too much. Whatever you're putting in there is going to be just gravy at the end of the day. So, you know, just try to make sure it's something that you want. Scarabs are always good. Fragments is actually kind of okay. It's not the best. Gem can be good. Gem rewards can be good. Rituals, D's. Metamorph is actually pretty solid. You can probably go to Grimo's channel, and I think that he did like a full breakdown of the profit. But I'm not trying to min-max, put that much effort into it. I'm just like throwing some shit in there that looks kind of cool, and then it shits out profit, right? Save for like jewelry, armor, and weapon, obviously, unless you're dropping like natty 6 links or something. So yeah, that's how I make my money. Here's the tree if you guys want to follow. Now this is kind of a hybrid mix of Gamer Reports tree, because I saw how he was doing his creme farm, and I don't know. I liked it, but I needed to figure out a way to fit in Essence and Expedition, and this is essentially what I came up with. I like it well enough. It's treating me very well. You're not going to be making, 30 exalts an hour like some crazy thumbnail and some big streamers telling you just do this one farm. Nah, dude, this is just casual playing. Why put a movie on? You'll make exalts, you'll make money, and you'll be able to fund your next build. I mean, that's it at the end of the day. And the icing on the cake, you're in Crimson Temple. Eventually, you're gonna get an Apothecary. Boom, 50 EX. Your whole next build is funded. It's great, right? This is just something that this is the way that I play in the in game, just like hyper casually. I just, I find good drops. I make money off what I can make money off of. I play the game. I play the mechanics that I enjoy, and that makes me money. Right? I can make a shit ton of money doing Harvest, but I don't really particularly like Harvest. It's okay, and I will grind it out if I need something specific and I don't feel like spending the money. But it's not my first choice. I love Heist, but I'm trying to farm a bunch of stuff before I get into Heist. Right? I love Expedition. Alva's great too. You can make a shit ton of money on Alva too. If you're lucky, it's a little bit of RNG there, obviously. So this is my way. If you like my way, then please copy my way. If you're having issues making money, let me know. And maybe I can do like a more specialized guide into how how I rock craft, like how I make my decisions, you know, betrayal, even how I decide where I want to put people, how to get them there. You know, I can teach you guys all of that. So, yeah, just a short video. I mean, short 16 fucking minutes. I'm sorry. That's just a small little breakdown of how I make my money, how I make my currency. Long TLDR, I do the mechanics and I play the game. That's it. That's all you got to do. There's no crazy strategy. Run Crimson Temple, run Shore, favor each of those maps, alternate between the two, and you'll make a shit ton of money. It's disgusting how good it is. You'll be able to see the tree if you go back into the video. You can follow it if you'd like, or, you know, don't. Whatever you want to do. This is just something I wanted to show you guys in case anyone was having any issues making any, like, meaningful currency. Because I'd say what I'm doing now is definitely beyond meaningful. It's very targeted. Anyways, if you guys like this video, I should smile and not be so grimace. If you guys like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It helps me out a ton. And I know you guys enjoy doing it. It always puts a smile on my face. I love you guys very much. Thank you for watching. And I'll talk to you guys very soon. Y'all be good. Have a good rest of the weekend.